Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. You know it is still your baby girl Gloria, and today I've got your YouTube celebrity. You know Tochi Esther. She's been on this channel before when she was telling us about how she bought her house. So I thought I will invite her again. Thank you for honoring my invitation. And today we'll be talking about money saving tips, because I know she has various source of income and she's the best person that can tell us how she manages all this money and with the cost of living in the UK. So can I meet you please again?
Hi guys, thank you so much, Gloria, for having me. Hello guys, my name is Tochi. I'm Tochi Esther. I live in the UK with my family and I have a YouTube channel here as well. My channel name is Tochi Esther, where I share basically everything you want to know about the UK and how you can move to the UK as well. So, yeah, that's just it about me. And I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. Let's just quickly get into it. Let us start with when you bought your house. What are the tips, or how did you manage to save up money, for the down deposit to get the house within that period of time of moving to the UK, please?
Okay, so for those who don't understand what Gloria is talking about, we bought our house in less than 2 years of moving to the UK. And basically, I would say it's just determination. And whatever you set your mind to do, you will definitely achieve it with discipline and determination. Even before we moved to the UK, my husband already did a lot of research and discovered that, oh, you can actually buy a house is something that is possible. So we had that in mind that we're going to buy our house soon, like we're not going to waste time. So when we moved into the UK, we started working towards that. My husband was here before me. We joined, because of the COVID and everything. When I came into the UK, I didn't really flex, right? I knew where I was going to shop. I knew the things I wanted to buy. I basically bought things on demand. We bought only necessary things, probably clothes, that I knew where to buy them exactly. I basically shopped from charity shops, and it was just we only bought important things, so that helped us to save as well. So we were just all about saving and saving and saving. And like I said earlier, if you're determined to do something, that would actually shape your decision and help you. So once you're determined and disciplined, you definitely achieve your goal, because that was what helped us.
Right, thank you. She's an example of, if you're determined, it is doable, because I know so many people think, oh, the UK is very expensive. You're saying you earn so amount, but the cost of living, the tax. But depending on your determination and your situation, it is doable. So I know you have various sources of income. I don't know if you want to start mentioning them, but how are you able to manage all this income? Because I know for a fact that the more you earn, the more your taste increase, the more you're spending. So how have you been able to manage all this source of income? And do you have any app, or how are you able to keep track of everything?
So first of all, when Lyra says various sources of income, it sounds like I am one Dangote or Otedela. Please, I'm still growing.
I
I'm
know,
not
I
there yet.
know.
I'm not there yet, right? It's just basically understanding. I came into the UK and I understood my situation. I saw, my circumstance. First of all, I knew that I could not really work as much as I wanted to, or I would love to, because of the challenge of childcare. My husband works full time, so there's no way I can work full time. In fact, all the full time jobs I got, I didn't take anymore. So I basically just work only twice a week. So I have to work only when my husband is around to take care of the kids and do the school run and everything. So I came to the UK, saw everything, and realized that, oh, with this, I can't make enough money. And with the bills we have to pay, you can't depend on one person's income. So I had to think, I had to strategize, I had to really go back to the drawing board and ask myself, Tochi, what do you want, for yourself? How do you want to live? So that was what actually inspired me to start up a YouTube channel, first of all. And then from there, I now had to build up other sources of income and just try to see a way to help myself in the UK, basically. So that was how it came about. And so far, so good. It's been good. And my husband is also very supportive as well. So that has also been working keeps me going because with the kids sometimes it's hard to keep up with all you have to do, but with my husband's support it makes it a lot more easier for me, and we work as a team, so that helps me as well. Yeah, that actually helps. And then we have a tracker and a budgeter that we use to manage our finances, manage our income, our family income. We know how much we receive every month, how much we spend, so that helps us. And then if there is a month that we realize that, oh, we spent so much this month, the tracker is telling us, you guys spend so much, we go back to the drawing board and ask ourselves, where did the money go into? What did we do with it? Was it really necessary? Can we cut down on this? So that helps us. In fact, recently there's something we introduced, like each month we send a particular amount of money to a particular account and say, this is all we're going to be using for our house, run around and everything. If this month, let me say for instance, we say it's £500, we're going to send to this account every month. And once that £500 finishes, we know that, okay, we're now borrowing money. So from those other accounts, we know that, okay, this is what we have. Let's hold on to it and try to manage this money as much as possible for the month. Then if we finish it, then we'll now say, okay, what we need to do for the rest of the month, is it necessary? Is it important? If it's not, we just stop there. If it's important, then we know where to draw money from and continue. But since we said that has really helped us manage our finances, and we've not been spending too much, because with that you actually know exactly where your money is going to, what you're spending on, and whether you're overspending or not.
That's intelligent and that's smart. You mentioned about your husband being supportive and very cooperative. I got this question some time ago where somebody said, what if you have a wife? I don't know if you're comfortable to talk about this. What if you have a wife especially who has this mentality of, my money is my money and the man should take the responsibility? Let's say they have, for instance, 3 or 4 children and they're in the UK. Do you think one person's income, do you think it's enough to sustain your expenses in this country? What is your advice? Do you have anything to say about that?
Okay, for the UK, from the little I know, right, it depends on what you are earning. Okay, there are people who earn, 50K and above. With that, you can sustain yourself and your family, right? But if your salary is below 30K every year, then I don't think that would be enough, because looking at the bills you have to pay, right? Your take home should be around, 2K or, a little bit less than that every month, right? After tax. So 2K every month, I don't think, looking at all the bills, house rent alone in this part of UK right now, houses are increasing every day. House rents, landlords are increasing their rents and all that. So imagine you have all the bills to pay, energy bills, the energy bill is rising, it's crazy, right? So I don't think one person's income will be enough to sustain the family, especially if you have a family, right? If you're a single person, that's okay. But if you have a family, 1 child, 2 kids, 3 kids, with the way children eat, you have to feed, you have to clothe them and all these things. I don't think it will be enough. You guys will barely survive. You will manage, you'll be fine, but you'll just be getting by. But with the second person's income, no matter how little it is, if you combine it, then it makes much sense. So I would advise that every couple should just look for a way and settle their differences. Whatever mentality you have, just keep it one side. Think about your family. Think about best way you guys can work together, and you guys should just work together. And no matter how, even if it's twice a week or once a week, you have to work, better still get a work from home job or something. Just look for a way to support each other so that you will live a better life.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much for that. Can you please tell us or advise us, are there any tip or do you have anything you can say on how we can earn extra income? I know you and I, we do social media, so that's extra income. Are there other ways, even including social media, that we can earn extra money to cover all this bill in this country, aside the regular 9 to 5 job? And most people usually do not know if it will affect their immigration. If I've got people who ask me, this is social media, are you sure it's not affect your citizenship? Won't it? So any tip and how does it affect anything, if you have idea, please?
Right. So of course, everybody needs extra income to survive. Depending on paychecks alone will not do you any good. Not right now, not in this economy. Because if you go out to shop now, the price of everything is increasing. What you bought yesterday, when you come back to buy it, the price has gone up. So you don't want to just depend on your 9 to 5 income, right, or your paycheck every month. So everybody just needs that extra income. So what I would advise is look at your circumstance, look at your environment, and try to find out or ask yourself, what can you do? What skills do you have to make money with? Can you cook very well? If you're a good cook, do you know you can make money from cooking? You enjoy cooking, you're happy cooking, you can make money from it. That was how I started my social media. I looked at, like I mentioned earlier, I looked at my circumstance and then I asked myself, what can I do? Because before now, when I first came in, I got pregnant like almost immediately I came to the UK. So it was hard for me, right? And being pregnant, working just twice a week, everything, I was just overwhelmed with everything. I was always crying. I just moved to the UK, I was lonely. My husband was, when he goes to work, I'll just be at home alone with my, little daughter then. So it was crazy for me, but I had to ask myself, Tochi, is this how you want to continue living your life in this country that you came to? So I had to think. So I looked at my circumstance and I realized that I'm a lawyer. I can talk. I can do research, and that was how YouTube came up. So look at your circumstance. What can you do? Can you cook very well? Do you love it? You can make money from it. Can you make hair? Like this hair, I made it for 70 pounds. So what can you do? Look at your circumstance, your environment. Look at businesses you can do. Do you love kids? You can start a childcare business. All you have to do is basically ask questions, do the right research, what you need to do it legally. Because me, I'm all about doing things legally, not illegally. Get the right certifications you need. Pay your tax. Don't try to even evade tax. Just do the right thing you have to do, and then go about your business, and you'll be fine. You make your money and enjoy yourself. So
yes, that's very valid, because I always say it. Even hair making, all those are good money. Yes, thank you so much for that. Any other thing you want to add?
Finally, I would say moving to the UK can be hard. It can be overwhelming, especially if you're moving for the first time with your family. You left a good job, you're coming here, looking at your circumstance, you're not getting the kind of job you want, you can't do so much because of the limitations you have, childcare, everything. If we remove childcare from the equation, a lot of people would actually be doing better than they are doing, or making more money than they are making. But obviously, children are blessings, and I wouldn't trade my children for anything, honestly, personally. So I would choose them over and over again. But you can actually be the best of yourself, make the best of your situation, right? No matter your circumstance, no matter your situation, you can make the best out of it. There are opportunities that you're not even seeing. There are lots of opportunities in this country. So the earlier you understand that, the better for you. When you move in, look at all these things and try to look for a way to help yourself. Don't just start wallowing in your circumstance, or start crying, or start regretting. It's not a time to start regretting or thinking about, oh, I was the CEO in my country, I was a manager in my country, and now look at where I am. I can't do this, I can't do that. See, it's not time for that. It's not time for regrets. It's not time to live in your past glory. It's time to come in here, think about the best way to go and what you can do to help yourself move forward. And where you find that, you will definitely, run with it, and you'll be fine.
Yes, that's very true. Thank you so much for honoring my invitation, and thank you so much for coming. You all know Tochi Esther, so she's on YouTube. Please follow her and watch her videos. I'm sure you will not regret. I'm 100% sure you will love her content. Thank you so much for doing this, and hope to see you again.
Thank you for having me. And guys, don't forget to save. Saving is key. No matter how little it is, every month save something. Even if it's £5, it will go a long way.
It adds up. That's very true. Don't forget to save. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you later. Bye.